Hi friends, good day. Today I'm taking up the memorandum stock and markup account. So this memorandum stock and markup account is a concept that is being applied by the business organization when they want to have adequate check on department stock, because they'll be sending goods to by one department to other department, and to have a control over the stock that has been sent by one department to other department. Generally they'll be opening an account called as memorandum stock account, and this memorandum stock account is being maintained at selling price or inflated price. And apart from that, they also will be maintaining a memorandum markup account for removing the loading effect, or for loading effect. Loading effect is nothing but selling price and cost price, and department gross profit comes from memorandum markup account. It means under this method, my dear friends, so here I am writing memorandum stock and markup account. Memorandum stock and markup account. As I told you, these accounts are opened for adequate check on department stock. Adequate check on department stock. Sometimes a memorandum stock account is open is maintained rather at selling price. This is very important point. Or it is called as inflated price. Inflated price means cost price plus profit. Inflated price. A memorandum markup account is also opened. Is also maintained a memorandum markup account is also maintained for loading. For loading means difference between selling price and cost price. Now, departmental gross profit comes from memorandum markup account. Sir, how to understand this? Let me give you a small example. Today you have learned that we are going to open two accounts. What are those two accounts? Tell me under this. Memorandum stock account and markup account. Why these two accounts are open? Memorandum stock account is being maintained at selling price to have a adequate verification of stock, adequate check on department stock, and markup account is open to find out profit. So how, sir? I'll give a small example to explain this. Let me take an example where under this particular method, what we do, as I told you, two accounts are being opened. One account is called as memorandum stock account. The other account is called as memorandum markup account. Whenever you are seeing the term memorandum is a temporary, these two accounts are maintained to have a proper control over stock, to have a proper check over departmental stock. Of course, here also you'll be having different column, department A, department B, etc. Only I am taking one department example to tell you that I'm not, when I will be having two columns, department A, B, department B, that is for transfer, etc. that we'll be working out in the problem. But to explain this, how they prepare, I told you memorandum stock account is prepared at selling price. No, it means all the items. Generally, the difference between stock and trading, we had a discussion when we have done single entry. The difference between stock and selling price is in stock account, difference between stock account and trading account is that in stock account, opening stock, it is either at cost price or selling price. Purchase it cost price or selling price. Sales it selling price. Sales is also at cost price, selling price. See, opening stock, it is at cost price. Then purchases at cost price, sales at cost price, then closing stock also at what price? Cost price. Then what happened? This is called a stock account. Generally, the stock account is open to find out closing stock or opening stock. Everything is at cost price. Now here, memorandum stock account, selling price, opening stock at selling price, purchases at selling price, sales at selling price, closing stock at selling price. That's it. Everything is at what price? Selling price. Let me give an example. Suppose there are 10 units opening stock. If I explain with units, you will be able to understand. 10 units, cost price 5 rupees. 10 into 5 opening stock, 50 rupees. This is cost price. But I want selling price, no? Here what is that I write? To markup account. Here what is that entry I am writing? Memorandum stock account at R2. I will be writing markup account. What is markup account? This is profit. Let me assume the profit is 5 rupees. Okay, cost price is 5 rupees, profit is 5 rupees. That means they are getting a 50% profit. So it is coming to, this is profit. It is coming to 50 rupees. Now, this is cost price, this is profit. It is become selling price. 50 plus 50, 100. Purchases, 50 units, let me take. Cost price, 50. 2 purchases, 250. To markup account is nothing but profit. Say if 5 rupees profit, I have told you. 50 into 5, 250. Now sales, by sales. Let me assume 40 units have been sold. 40 units have been sold at 10 rupees. Now I told you selling price 10. This is cost price. This is profit. I told you 5 rupees is profit. So 40 into 10, 400. Now what is closing stock left? Here no need to verify because it is selling price is at 10 rupees only. Directly write selling price. Now closing stock. Closing stock, total 10 units plus 50 units. No, 10 plus 50 units, how much? 50. You following, all of you? So if you are having confusion, let me take out this markup account. I am writing 50 into 5. This is profit. Markup account, here I am writing 10 into 550. Now 10 plus 50, how much? 60 units. How many units have been sold? 40 has been sold. So therefore what is balance? 20 units. 20 units into What is cost price? 5 rupees. 100 by markup account, that is loading effect. Markup account is nothing but loading effect. What is loading effect, my dear friends? 5 rupees I told you, loading effect is the difference between selling price and cost price. Now you can see 400 plus 100 plus 600, 50 plus 50, 100 plus, it is tallied, no? Generally this information is missing in the examination while doing the problem. Now this closing stock is at what price we are getting? Selling price. That selling price we are splitting. Sir, now how to get profit, sir? How to get profit means you are preparing which account? Memorandum markup account, which is nothing but I told you loading. Loading is the difference between selling price and cost price. What is the loading, sir, here? You can go by the double entry system. Memorandum stock to markup account. In markup account, by memorandum stock. That is loading on opening. Memorandum stock on opening stock. Are you following? My memorandum stock account on opening stock loading. What is opening stock loading? 50 rupees. On purchases loading, this one 250. Next, 2 memorandum stock loading on closing stock. Closing stock 50 plus 25. Okay, 1 minute. Let me come back to that later on. This is 250, sorry. Now 20 into 5. It is coming to 100. 300 minus 100. Come on, tell me. 200 is gross profit. Now here, gross profit or gross loss will be knowing through which account? Memorandum markup account. Simple words, memorandum stock account is maintained in selling price or invoice price. This account is being maintained. That means opening stock at invoice price, purchase at invoice price. ICA material they are clubbed. I think generally, traditionally authors they split it because they go by double entry. But ICA material explanation is a bit confusing. In study material, if you look at this, you definitely will be having confusion. I am telling you. You look at the problem, you work out the solution the way I am explaining. This is very comfortable, very clear, very easy to understand. I tell you, this is at cost price. This is loading. This is cost price. This is loading. Selling price is always a selling price only. This is cost price, closing stock. This is loading. Now all the loading, this 50 loading, this 250 loading, this 100 loading has been taken to which account? Memorandum markup account. You can see this is loading. Loading on opening stock, loading on purchases, loading on closing stock, difference is gross profit. Okay, you forget about this. Normally how you do trading account. Normally how you do trading account. You know that trading account how you do? Opening stock, cost price only, no? Say 10 units into 5, 50. Purchases 50 into 5, 250. This is normally you do trading account, no? Buy sales 40 units into 10, 400. Of course, you know that closing stock, how you will be preparing. Closing stock is 10 units plus 50 units minus 40, 20 units. What is cost price per unit? 5 rupees. 20 into 500. I am taking cost price per unit and selling price per unit to explain the concept. So 400 plus 100, 500. 500 minus 300. 200 gross profit you are getting. Are you following? This is normally how you are doing trading account. Now here the same gross profit you have got it, no? Either opening memorandum markup account and memorandum stock account, or by opening trading account, are you getting same profit or not? That means some organization, when they are having lot of interdepartmental transfers and frequent transfers, to have a proper control over the stock management, they want that entire stock is to be at invoice price or selling price, so that at any given point of time the closing stock of that particular department shows, okay, this is the stock which is having this much worth. If I sell immediately, I can realize. If you look at this particular thing, if I sell this 20 units unsold, I am going to get 200 rupees. They again cost price adding profit. No, by looking at memorandum stock, everything is at invoice price. This concept is very important for branch account. Please remember, I'll be referring back number of times to this particular logic. Got the clarity, all of you? I hope you got the clarity why I have taken units. So please come on conclusion. You should understand, under this method, memorandum stock, everything is taken at which price? Selling price. And the loading will be taken to where? Memorandum markup account to find out the profit. Alternatively, if you do trading account, you will be getting the same answer. I hope this explanation is useful to you. Now let me take you out to the problem given in the material. This is important problem. It's November 13. Whenever I teach this problem, I got some memory on this problem. What is that memory, sir? I always give advice to the students whenever I take up this problem. I remember I was working in during particular time in Vijayawada. November examinations, the cutoff date is like a Dasara vacation. By Dasara vacation, we should complete the syllabus, so that 1 month time or whatever it may be, they will be having time for preparing the examinations. So that particular during that particular period, we were having some agitation going on in 2013 about separate statehood issues was there. So I was having class at the evening 7 o'clock. Last class, we used to have classes from morning 6 to night 9 o'clock. Their timings, we used to have a mass gathering, 250 to 300 students. So sometimes even to your surprise, I have handled the class consisting of 450 students. It was like a mini function hall. Then finally at the end of the day, when I came out of the class, I remember I was still talking about partnership group 2 chapter, resolution of a firm, Garner vs. Murray case, and the coordinator was sitting there. Sir, just casually I asked feedback, because 450 students taking class, a big board, massive board, and he told me that 2 students are having the doubt. Then I was looking at him face. 2 students out of 450 is having doubt, sir. So then he said, okay, see, the kind of feedback that particular institute where I was working, they used to take, I'll tell you, with that it's like a mass class. I used to take class for like 450, 300 students is not that easy. It was a very good experience for me. So the same way I was having evening class. So this was the topic. So, and that was that particular batch was attending the class for second time. So just I was about to explain that this department account topic is very, very important. I'll show you the model of that problem also. This one, yeah, this problem. This was a model, 16th model. This is the problem I thought of sharing with them. So almost it was the last class. They were in a mood to go back to their respective, because it was like they used to come from outside Vijayawada. So they were in rush. I was telling, please listen to me for my sake. This is important topic. You'll get in the examination. Then they said, no, sir, we know about the problem. We have already done it. So they were having confidence. So then I said, what can I do? Then to my satisfaction, some students were there and they all are in a mood to go. So it was maybe, if I'm not wrong, it was somewhere like September 30th or something like that, month ending. um, September 25th, something like that. So, and to my satisfaction, in 10 to 15 minutes without doing, I explained, yes, thank you sir, goodbye. Then I said all the best. And this problem came in the examination. Surprisingly, you can see the date also, November 2013. And then maybe the reaction, I don't know, I couldn't get contact them, because that was the maybe when they came, I don't know that particular batch I went there or not. But I'll tell you the instance. Array, this problem came in the examination. The same example I was giving last time, last batch, November examination. For your kind information, the same problem came again in November examination 2019, if I'm not wrong. 2019, that problem came in the examination. So maybe not 2019 November, or maybe May 2019, I don't remember exactly, but that problem came, I think 2019 November only. Just to, maybe I'm doubt, maybe May or 19, I'm having some small doubt. Maybe I think in 2019 only, I think, yes, 2019 only. So 2019 November confirmed. So 2019 November, I was just saying that this problem may come in the examination. This has not been given for a quite some time. Last year my guess went right. This problem came in the examination. So generally when we see, it shows about the curiosity of the students, the interest. Why I'm telling you that each and every problem you have to do with utmost care and not ignoring a single point. My advice to all of you, every chapter, because I can't tell if it is a regular class, I could have given lecturing. This video classes, I don't want to waste your time. But having said, now and then curtail myself speaking so many things. You know that in foundation we used to have at different chapters, I used to give a lot of advices to you, because sometimes as a teacher it is my duty to remind you what to do, what not to do, and how to do, and how you can really do well in the examination. So study material, all the problems you should work out. You should be first and foremost thing, charms material problems, and it almost 90% are there in study material. Even if few problems are not there in the charms material, but is there in the study material. By understanding this, because department accounts I thought of taking from your material, but you don't have much more number of problems, so this will give you a clarity. So I got my plan accordingly. I'm selecting the problems, I'm explaining. Be thorough with the examination problem. But my advice to all of you, and I even for every batch I tell you, for this particular topic, don't look at the solution how they have done it. You work out the solution, what I am explaining, you feel comfortable. Very simple: cost price plus profit. Opening stock, cost price plus profit. Purchases, cost price plus profit. Sales at cost price. Sales is always at selling price. Closing stock at cost price plus profit. But few more things you will be having. That opening stock, part of the opening stock has been might have outdated. So this is called markdown. Reducing in the profit is called as markdown. Opening stock markdown, credit side. Purchase markdown. Markdown means some stock might have been outdated. So to the extent it should, the value will come down, markdown. Simple was selling price is coming down, that is profit is coming down. Whatever the value that is has come down, that is to be taken to the credit side. Sales won't be there. Sales will be selling only good quality only. Closing stock markdown, you write on the debit side. Opening stock markdown, the name of the account is markup, but we will be calling the markdown. Markup is profit. That profit is coming down, markdown. Opening stock markdown, credit side. Purchase markdown, credit side. Closing stock markdown, debit side. Now this is simple. And then this problem is only about one department. Next problem we are having like A department, B department. A department transferring the goods to B, B department transferring the goods to A. That I'll discuss without having any confusion. This is simple problem. The example I've given, the same thing I'm continuing here. So Martis Limited has several departments. Goods supplied to each department are debited to a memorandum department stock account at cost plus fixed percentage, called as markup. Markup is nothing but loading, I told you, to give the normal selling price. The markup is created to a memorandum department called as markup account. Any reduction in the selling price is called as markdown. will require adjustment in the stock account and in markup account. I told you, opening stock markdown credit side, like markup account. The markup for department A for the last 3 years has been 25%. That is, markup is nothing but percentage of profit. And he said at cost plus fixed percentage. This 25%, the doubt is at cost price or market price, but he has given department stock at cost plus a fixed percentage. So this 25% profit is on cost price has been given. Figures relevant to department A for the year ending 31st March. You need this percentage of profit. Opening stock, say for example 65,000. This is at cost. This 65,000 you have to add 25% profit. To opening stock 65, to markup account 25% on 65,000 is nothing but loading. Figures relevant department A for the year ended 31st March 2013 were as follows. Purchases at cost. For this also you should go for markup. Sales is always at selling price. No need to do any markup. Now, shortage of stock found in the year ending 31st March 13. Costing 1000 were written off. Costing 1000 were written off is nothing but abnormal loss, like abnormal loss. Abnormal loss where it appears credit side. You write by shortage, credit side. And this is cost price. Even shortage is there again. On that also you should calculate loading effect. 1000 is cost price and 25% profit is coming 250. Opening stock on 1/4/2012 including goods costing 6000 had been sold during the year end, had been marked down in the selling price by 600. That means opening stock on 1/4/2012 65,000 rupees including 6,000 worth of stock that has been sold during the year ended had been marked down in the selling price. That means opening stock at selling price that has marked down by 600 means sales also has been marked down by 600. But since sales has been marked down by 600, opening stock also to be reduced. No, instead of reducing opening stock debit side, you are showing markdown on the credit side. So this 600 is marked down of opening stock. Marked down of opening stock. No need to adjust anything to sales. Sales has been, goods have been sold at a markdown price only. But opening stock markdown has not been adjusted. Sales is at selling price. If markdown of a product will be sold, sales will be like that. But opening stock, then matching principle. Opening stock is cost. You are also having markdown. That markdown, if you don't reduce, then what happen? You will be having loss. That is why to get the unsold stock at invoice price, opening stock also should be marked down. So please remember simple words. Opening stock markdown, which side it goes? Credit side. Markdown of opening stock will go to credit side of memorandum stock account. This is important point. Goods purchased during the year were marked down by 1200 from a cost of 15,000. So this is 1200 rupees is nothing but purchases marked down. Clear to all of you? What do you mean by that? 1200 rupees is purchases has been marked down. Okay. So this 1200 is purchases marked down. Purchases marked down. Now opening stock, now this one, sorry, goods purchased during the year are marked down by 1200 from a cost of 15,000. 15,000 goods that has been purchased, marked down by 15,000 worth of goods on that which are having profit has been marked down by 1200. He himself has given the value. We don't need, sir. What is that, sir? 1200 has been marked down. 15,000 worth of goods purchased, marked down is 1200. Marked down stock costing 5,000 remain unsold. See, when purchased goods marked down, part of the purchased goods has not been sold. So therefore, unsold stock is also having markdown of goods costing 5,000 rupees. Sir, now that means closing stock also has been marked down. For that, I have to take you to working note. How I will take to working notes is that working notes. This is question number 13, no? Ascertainment of markdown value ascertainment of markdown value on closing stock. See, on purchases, and he said that costing 12, he's saying, you can see this once again. Goods purchased during the year were marked down by 1200 from a cost of 15,000. Markdown stock costing 5,000 remain unsold. The closing stock consisting, this closing stock, where closing stock that we need to find out is not given. The closing stock is consisting 5,000 worth of goods is been marked down. Markdown stock is closing stock. But what is the amount of markdown? We don't know. Markdown is not 25%. Please try to understand. Goods purchased during the year marked down by 1200. Definitely we need to have value of markdown. So we got markdown value for opening stock. We got markdown value for purchases. We don't have markdown value for closing stock. He is saying that closing stock, whatever the closing stock is not given so far, because closing stock valued cost subject to adjustment. He is saying that markup and markdown. We need to find out closing stock. That closing stock is not given. So closing stock, what is the closing stock you are having? Is having markdown cost closing stock of 5,000. But what is the amount of markdown? We don't know. Then what is that we should do is that for 15,000, 1200 is marked down. 5,000, how much? The 15,000 goods purchased, 1200 is marked down. For 5,000 is a closing stock from where you are getting purchased goods only, no? Because opening stock generally will be sold. So purchased goods, from purchased goods, what is the value of markdown? Purchased goods unsold, what is the value of markdown? I repeat once again. For 15,000 purchases, 1200 is marked down. For closing stock of 5,000, which from where you are getting from purchased goods, unsold is closing stock. 5,000, what will be the markdown value? That I am going to explain here. So on purchases of rupees 15,000, $1,200 marked down. So on closing stock, out of purchase unsold, 5,000, what is marked down? Therefore, you can do 5,000 into 1,200 by 15,000. Divided by 15,000. How much you are getting? You are getting 400 rupees is the markdown value on closing stock. So we got the problem. Opening stock markdown, purchase markdown, closing stock also markdown. Then the department closing stock is to be valued at cost, subject to adjustment for markup and markdown account. That is already been told. Markup account is for profit. Markdown closing stock, we got it. Now what is the markdown of closing stock? We got 400. That we have calculated. Now closing stock is cost plus markup account, because everything opening stock plus markup account, purchases plus markup account, closing stock plus markup account. That information has not been given. We need to find out. Prepare departmental trading account for department A for the year ended. The example I have given, you know. The example I've given, I've prepared memorandum stock, memorandum markup account, and we got the same answer, even prepared department trading account. Now this problem has been complicated by giving so much statement. Simple words. First you start doing this, then second you start, then third you can go for it. It will be easy. So I had to open two accounts. I think this is 8 marks question. Memorandum stock account for the year, memorandum markup account for the year. So these two things I am going to work out here with the problem now. First account. What is that account is asking? In fact, department trading account, because unless I get closing stock, I can't do that's for ascertainment of closing stock. Why should I go for ascertainment of closing stock? Waste of time. So what I do, I will be using the memorandum stock account to prepare closing stock. So of department A. Okay. Now, first let me start. In stock account, you can't write stock. There, to explain the example, I've written to balance brought down, opening stock. This is cost price only. You got the solution with you, problem with you. So directly I'm writing 65,000. Percentage profit, I've told you 25% plus markup account. %25 on 65,000. 65,000 into 25%, 16,250. In the material, they have written directly to opening stock selling price. But the advantage you are having, if you split it, your preparation of trading account will be easy. I'll do one thing to identify, to specifically explain this point. So that you can identify this. Examination, don't use red color pen. Okay, then next. After this, next, purchases. Purchase has been given as 2 lakhs. Then plus markup account. Two lakhs into 25%. It is coming to 50,000. Okay, now come back to sales. Why sales? That information also has been provided. 3 lakhs, I think, sales. Sales 3 lakhs. Then by shortage, since there is no insurance claim, the shortage is transferred to which account? Or you can write like this. Or directly you can write P&L account also. What is shortage? 1000 rupees. On this also we should go for loading effect plus markup account 25% on 1000. You are getting how much? 250. Okay, then next buy. We are having now opening stock has been marked down, purchase also has been marked down, no? So by markup account, opening stock marked down. We have seen already opening stock marked down. Opening stock marked down we have seen already. How much? 600 rupees. Clear to all of you? Purchases marked down 1200 I have given already. Then closing stock 400, just now we have done it. So we got the information of opening stock marked down, purchase marked down, closing stock marked down. Opening stock marked down 600. Markup account, purchases marked down. Purchases marked down 1200. Then markup account, closing stock marked down. We have got it. Closing stock marked down is how much? Closing stock, sorry, this will go the other side. Sorry. Without having value of closing stock, we were able to ascertain the markdown. That information is ready. I am writing here. Markup account. Without having closing stock, we were able to know the closing stock markdown. If you write this information only, then you will be able to get balancing figure is closing stock. Without writing closing stock markdown, you can't get the answer. The red ink which I have used is to tell you that this is nothing but loading. Okay, all of you clear? Now I have to find out closing balance. Now this is interesting one. So what I do first, actually I go for balancing of this, then I'll split this into two things like plus markup account. So what I am going to do now here, I have to go for totaling of it first. Okay, the debit side total, if you see, 2,65,000 plus 16,250 plus 2 lakhs plus 50,000 plus 400 is coming to 3,31,650. Three lakh 31,650. From this, I have to deduct all these values. Minus 3 lakhs, minus 1,000, minus 250, minus 600, minus 1,200. You are getting 28,600. This 28,600 is nothing but closing stock plus markup account. So 28,600 is the sales value of closing stock. Is this clear? This is sales value of closing stock. So what I am doing here itself, I am writing you got 28,600. No, let us split it. Now here what I am doing, 28,600 is for actually 125%. No, 100 is cost price, 25 is percentage, 125. So therefore for 100%, how much? That will become cost price. Is this clear? This will be getting as a cost price, because 100 rupees CP, my dear friends, 25% profit. No, so 28,600 is at what price? This is at selling price. No, the balancing figure. Balancing figure is selling price. That I am splitting it. 28,600 plus is equal to 125. 100 how much? 28,600 into 100 by 125. You are getting 22,880. Now markup account also. $28,600 is for 125. 25% how much? 28,600 is for 125%. I want 25%. Into 25 by 125. You're getting 5,720. If you add 5,720 plus 22,880, you are getting how much? 28,600. Or what you can do, 22,880 you are having, no? On that 25% also, if you calculate 5,720. So the closing stock, this is going to be your balancing figure at selling price. This I am splitting into cost price and markup account. Now you can see opening stock, red pen, whatever I have written, it is markup account. It is markup account. It is markup account. It is purchases. This is plus markup account, purchase markup account. Closing stock markdown. This is markup account. This is opening stock markdown. This is purchases markdown. Now all this markup account, whatever you are having, this will appear where? In memorandum Okay, now here to memorandum stock account, we are having markup on shortage, we are having markup on purchases, we are having markup on closing stock. Markup on the above. You can see shortage 250 markup account and opening stock markdown. Now, right, it's already implied, no? Not required. I'm trying to give you more explanation, but maybe sometimes confusion. Simple words. Markup account is there on credit side, no? We are having markup on shortage, markup on opening stock markdown, markup on purchase markdown. These three values will appear on the debit side: 250, 600 and 1200. Then closing stock. On shortage, one more thing I have written. Opening stock I have not written. Just a minute. On closing stock, you can see shortage. You already got the value 250, no? Opening stock, you have done how much? 600. Purchases 1200. 600, 1200. I've already explained you the meaning of this. 5720. Come back to credit side. By memorandum, memorandum stock account, on opening stock, on purchases, this closing stock is marked down with a red pen, whatever I written. Come on, 16,250, 50,400. 16,250, 50,000 and 400. Now you will be getting gross profit. You can see 16,250 plus 50,000 plus 400 coming to how much? 52,025. Minus shortage 250 minus 600 minus 1200 minus 5,720. It is coming to sorry, the totaling is mistake. 1 minute, my dear friend. $16,250 plus 50,000 plus 400, 66,650. Minus 250 minus 600 minus 1200 minus 5,720. We are getting 58,880. This is gross profit carried down. Now the same thing is also asking us to open which account now? Trading account. Is this clear? He is asking us to prepare departmental trading account. Now this you feel very happy. Simple, no? That means he is trying to tell you through memorandum stock markup account you can find out the gross profit, or through departmental trading account also you can find out the gross profit. To opening stock, directly you take at cost price. You already that you got the information here. What is opening stock cost price? 65,000, purchase 2 lakhs. You are also having shortage, no? By shortage, cost price only we should take. I told you opening stock cost purchase. Just like goods loss by fire, abnormal loss, my dear friends, that will be taken at cost price. Sales at selling price only. Goods have been sold at 3 lakhs. We got the information here. Sales 3 lakhs. Now closing stock you should take which price? Cost price. By sales 3 lakhs. By closing stock, we already got it 22,880. Which price? We got it, no, here 880. Which price? Cost price. Okay, 3 lakhs 23,880. 3,23,880 minus 65,000 minus 2 lakhs. You're getting answer of 58,880, which is same we got it from memorandum markup account, no? So to gross profit carried on 58,880. Okay, I think this particular problem I hope has given you a clarity. Simple words. Memorandum markup account is opening stock markup credit side, purchase markup credit side, closing stock markup debit side, and markdown on opening stock credit side, purchase markdown credit side, closing stock markdown debit side. So how many items you'll be having overall? You can see this is opening stock markup. If you want more clarity, purchases markup, closing stock markdown, shortage markup, opening stock markdown, purchases markdown, closing stock markup. Come on, what are things you are having? This is markup is loading, markup is loading, markup is loading, markup is loading. These are marked down. The selling price value has come down. So now come on, how to remember, sir? How to remember? First, markup on opening stock, markup on purchases, markup on closing stock, markup on shortage. Repeat once again. Markup on opening stock, markup on purchases, markup on shortage, markup on closing stock. Then okay, closing stock, markdown. Opening stock, markdown. Purchases, markdown. Come on, markdown, closing stock, credit side. Markdown, opening stock. Markdown, purchases. Markup is nothing but loading. Markup is loading. Markup is loading. Markup is loading. So come on, how to remember, sir? Opening stock, markup is loading. That is difference between cost price and selling price. That is 25%. This is 25%. This is 25%. This is 25%. This is the opening stock value has come down, markdown. Price has come down, markdown. Closing stock value has come down. Opening stock price has come down, markdown. Purchase price has come down, markdown. I think this will give you clarity. You can easily work out with different colors. I have explained you. I think different color red ink I've used to identify how it goes. Okay, I hope you got the clarity on this. Now we'll move on to next problem. We'll go for next problem. You read this problem before I start explaining. Today's class I will be concluding this one. Read it for yourself. Okay. Shyam Udyog retail store has two department X, department Y, for each of which stock account and memorandum markup account are kept. All the goods supplies to each department are debited to stock account at cost plus markup, which together make up the selling price of the goods, and the account. In the account, the sale proceeds are the goods is credited. Markup is credited to the departmental markup account. If the selling price of any goods is reduced below its normal selling price, is called as markdown. He has given the wonderful definition of markdown in the problem itself. What is markdown? Selling price of goods reduced below its normal selling price. It's called as markdown. I've already explained you. If the selling price, so the reduction markdown is adjusted both in the stock account and departmental mark account. This I have explained you already. Markdown was we have adjusted in stock account and also in markup account. The rate of markup of X department is 33 1/3% of cost, and for Y department it is 50% of the cost. Okay, X department it is 33%, this is 50%. That means here this is cost, no? Markup will become 1/3. This is 1/2. Purchases 1/3. Purchases 1/2, because each department they are having their own markup. Are you following, all of you? Each department is having their own markup. Department X markup is 1/3 of cost price. That is why plus 1/3. Department Y is having, that means they are recording their opening stock at their markup. Department X is recording their goods at their own markup. The following figures have been taken from the books for the year ended 31st March 2016. Now, The stock of department of X on April 2015 included, first April 15 means I think opening stock, yes, first April 15. Include goods the selling price of which had been marked down. Where it goes? Memorandum stock account credit side, memorandum markup account debit side. Closing stock value, this is important adjustment for you to understand. Closing stock of value 2,07,000 purchased from department. Purchased for the department X was later in the year transferred department Y. So for the first time in this we are having departmental transfers and sold for 3,10,500. Sir, I am giving 1 minute time. How you got 3,10,500? You can try. Certain stock of the value 2,07,000 purchased for the department X was later in the transfer department Y and sold. That means here I am explaining X transferred to Y, Y sold. X transferred to Y, Y has sold. This is the sales value of Y. This is the sales value of Y. How you got that sales value? Simple words. 2,07,000 into 50%. 2,07,000 to 50%. And that if you add, you will be getting 3,10,500. That means each department, they are recording their sales at selling price. What is their selling price? And just even if you don't know how you got 3,10,500, it is not affecting the while doing the problem. Just to have more clarity, I am explaining how you got 3,10,500. Because whatever the good that has been transferred by X, so actually here what is missing in the books of X, please try to understand. Here I am explaining. In the books of X, for transfer 2,07,000 plus 1/3 of 2,07,000. 2,07,000 plus 1/3 of 2,07,000. That is 2,07,000 by 3. 69,000. 2,07,000 credit side of X. Now in the books of Y, for transfer goods received. So what they will be writing, they also will be taking cost price only, but they are adding their own percentage of profit. That is a bit careful. You should not confuse the problems what we have done. Everybody's X department is taking cost plus their own profit. This is an important point you all remember. I'm repeating. If you want, you can make a note somewhere. Each department under this memorandum stock method, each department is taking their own percentage of profit. That means cost price plus their own percentage profit. So in the books of Y, for transfer of goods received 2,07,000 plus 1 by 2 of 2,07,000. 2,07,000 by 2, 1,03,500. So now it will appear where? Debit side. Clear to all of you? It will appear on the debit side. So already explained. No, this one marked down. Come on. So this is credit side of X, how much? 2,07,000 plus 69,000. Debit side of Y, how much? 2,07,000 plus half of 2,07,000 is coming to, if you add these two, 2,07,000 plus 1,03,500, department Y, and sold for 3 lakh. And this has been sold by Y. Y will be recording receipt also at selling price, and the same goods have been sold. Okay, try to understand. They are recording everything at selling price. Goods transferred by X at their own selling price. Goods received by Y at their own selling price. Those goods have been sold by Y at their own selling price. Okay. As a result, though cost of the goods is included in the department X, sale proceeds have been created department Y. So the question is that, try to understand. The understanding of the sentence is very important. If you read it for twice or thrice, I can work out the problem by ignoring this sentence. But you should understand, as a result, though cost of the goods is included department X, the sale process have been created department Y. Simple words. These, whatever the goods that has been transferred is included in the purchases. Where we got purchases? Here. Including purchases. Goods sold is included in sales. X department purchases plus 1 by 3. Y department sales. That's it. The question is, inter-department transfer has been eliminated. The meaning of this is, if inter-department transfer is not recorded, you won't be getting correct profit. Clear to all of you? If inter-department transfer among the departments is not recorded, you are not going to get a true profit. Clear to all of you? Because X department, the goods that has been purchased has been sold. That should be reflecting in the sales. In purchases it is being reflected, but sales it is not reflected. Try to understand. Okay, X department sales is also having goods transferred to Y department. No problem. We have done one problem like this. You recollect, if I'm not confusing you. This one I have told you. Closing stock of department A 60,000 include goods from department B. Here I told you inter-department transfer has not been given. So purchase of department is including goods that has been purchased. Department B purchases is having goods transferred by from A, and sales of A include department of goods transferred to B, and A purchases includes goods transferred by B, and goods transferred by B is included in sales. Like that it has been mentioned. But if you look at this problem, what they are saying, as a result, though cost of goods is included in the department X purchases, the sale process have been created into the department Y. But what they should have given actually, X department purchases, okay, that's correct. But X department sales includes goods transferred. Y department purchase includes goods received from X. Y department sales includes, yeah, that has been given. Y department sales is included, correct. X department purchase, correct. But what is missing in this? What is missing? No entry for transfer made by X is missing. Similarly, and also no entry for receipt of transfer by Y in his column missing. Now two things are missing, try to understand here. No entry for transfer made by X is missing, that means X column credit side is missing, and also no entry for receipt of transfer by Y is missing, that debit side is missing. That means now I'll tell you, without purchases, why you are having entry for Y sales, then means what happened, profit is overstated in Y department, and X department purchases is there, sales is not there, so X department profit is less, Y department profit is more. It is not reflecting true department wise profit. That means what is missing in this problem, tell me. Simple words, I've given detailed explanation. Which is missing, my dear friends? Transfer is missing. I'll tell you if you want. Once again, simple words, it's like this. Normal, without memorandum account I am opening. Not including transfer to Y. Purchases not include transfer from X. When X is transferring, it is credit side, Y debit side, no? Not including, I told you. Here not including. But sales by Y. Including goods from X. Including goods from X. That means, see, without having entry here, sales has been made. Without having entry here, purchase is made. So purchases is more, profit is less. Here sales is more, cost is zero. Without getting goods, can you sell? Sales including goods from X, but purchase not including transfer from X. That means only sales is missing. Now we should write this entry. We should write this entry. How much we should write here? I told you this one. Sorry, this one you have to write on the credit side of X. How much you should write now? 2,07,000. This first point you should write here. And in the books of Y, what is that I told you? In the books of Y, for transfer goods received, how much you should write? Debit side I told you, no? 2,07,000 plus this. Point number 2 you should write here. Now come on, what is that you should write? In X books, finally for this entry, X books you should write credit 2,07,000 plus 69,000. Y you should write 2,07,000 plus 1,03,000. That means what is missing, my dear friends? Transfer to Y is missing in X column credit side, and Y column debit side, goods received from X is missing. That if you write, I think problem can be concluded. This is very important point, not that easy to understand it. Okay. Next, this is completed. Now, depart during 15-16 to promote the good, they were marked down. What is the markdown here? I think something is missing here. And sentence is missing. Purchase goods markdown. So markdown of purchase goods of X, markdown of purchase goods of Y, it will go to, come on, which side? Memorandum stock account credit side, memorandum markup account debit side. All the goods marked down and sold except department Y of the value 1,50,000 marked down by 30,000. All the goods marked down were sold except department Y. That means closing stock of department Y is marked down by 30,000. This is closing stock department marked down. Okay. At the time of stock taking, it was discovered that cloth of department X cost 11,700 was missing, and this was amount to written off. This, and it was decided that the amount to be written off is nothing but shortage. Shortage in which department? X department. So far we haven't had any closing stock of markdown of Y, but we are having markdown of Y. I think you can see we are having markdown of opening stock of X, markdown of closing stock of Y, and purchases markdown for X and purchase markdown for Y. Okay, I think we can, is asking to prepare both department for the year ended memorandum stock and memorandum markup account. So let me directly take this 16th problem solution. Sixteenth problem. Memorandum Okay, let me start this now. First, as usual, we'll be starting like particulars, etc. I think this you can write, my dear friends. To balance brought down, opening stock. Since previous problem, to explain, I have used different sketch pen, different color pen. Markup, opening stock, what is 3 lakhs? Copy, just a minute, I have to go back again. Three lakh 15,000. Markup 3,15,000 into 1 by 3. 33.33% on cost price, no? 3,15,000 by 3. You are getting 1,05,000. And this is 5,58,000. 5,58,000 into 50%, 2,79,000 is markup. Right. Next, purchases 22,77,000. $22,77,000. And for here purchases 28 lakhs 2,000. Then you can write plus markup. Markup 22 lakhs 77,000 into divide by 3, you will be getting 7 lakhs 59,000 to 28 lakhs 2,000 into 50%, we are getting 14 lakhs 1,000. Now here the item which has been forgotten, let me write here, to transfer. Transfer from which department? X department. I told you already. We got the value 2,07,000 was given here. In the books of X for transfer, 2,07,000 plus 1/3 I have told you, no? 1/3 is for whom? X credit side, but debit side 2,07,000 plus 1,03,500. Plus markup 50%, no? 1,03,500. The same is the case transfer for here. I've told you already. 2,07,000 plus 1/3 credit side of X. It is getting 69,000. On this plus markup 69,000. Clear? Then markdown of what is that? The stock of department, opening stock markdown, where it goes credit side. But before, we are also having some shortage. I have to write sales, then I can come back to a shortage. Sales given here. Sales 28,68,000. 37,50,000. Then you write by shortage. I think this we are having somewhere. The last one. X cost 11,700 shortage. He has given cost. Have you noticed? Cost 11,700. X department. And on this markup 1/3. You are getting 3,900. Then buy. Shortage is completed. Sales department transfer is completed. Now opening stock markdown. Markup account. Opening stock markdown. What is opening stock markdown we got here? 37,800. $37,800. Then the shortage also can be called as abnormal loss. Transfer to P&L account. Next, buy. Purchases goods also marked down. Here we got purchase goods. I think this sentence is missing. If nothing is mentioned, we also can include to promote the goods, because we got closing stock markdown, opening stock. Obviously, we shall also can assume as purchases markdown. But actual sentence they might have given 10,800, 60,000. Markdown of purchases I have told you 10,800 and 60,000. Okay, then to markup account, this is markup account purchase done. Markup account closing stock markdown. We got opening stock of markdown of X, purchase markdown of X and Y, closing stock markdown of Y. I've already explained that is there in the problem. Somewhere. All the goods marked down were sold except department Y of the value of 1,50,000 marked down by 30,000. This is nothing but, I told you, closing stock marked down. Closing stock marked down will go to which side? Debit side. How much is marked down? 30,000. So just like previous problem, now we can find out closing stock is going to be your balancing information. Okay, by balance I'll do one thing. I write like balancing figure, then I'll give you splitting here later on. So first I'll do, then the splitting will be easy between cost and markup account. So let me go for the totaling of the debit side of X account. 3,15,000 plus 1,05,000 plus 22,77,000 plus 7,59,000 34,56,000. Okay, this is balancing figure. Now you can see 34,56,000 minus 2,07,000 minus 69,000 minus 2 lakhs 28,68,000 minus 11,700 3,900 minus 37,800 minus 10,800 is coming to 2,47,800. This is at what price? Invoice price. So what I am doing here, so this is closing stock. You are getting 2,47,800. This need to be split up. How to split up, sir? I can directly go for markup, no? Cost price is equal to 2,47,800 is for 133.33%. 33.33%, how much? Is this clear? So 33 means one third of CP is equal to 1/4. Simple words, you can easily find out like this also. I'll do one thing, I'll make it simple things like this. You don't write 2,47,800. You write plus markup account. Very simple. This is at invoice price has been given, no? You do one thing, 2,47,800. 1/3 of CP is equal to 1/4 of SP, no? So you can do like this, 2,47,800 by 4. 2,47,800 by 4. If you do, you will be getting 61,950. You write markup account. Then 2,47,500 2,47,800 minus that amount. If you do, you will be getting 1,85,850. Then you write this 1,85,850. Clear to all of you? So what you do first, this will be getting selling price, no? On that 1/4 you are getting markup. Remaining is closing stock at cost price. Say, I think you can do for Y also, no? Or like you can do like this, 33.33%. 133.33% for 100, how much? Then you will be getting cost price. Then again it is for 133.33%, 33.33. Instead of that, this is initially you got invoice price, no? And invoice price is 2,47,800 or selling price into 1/4. 1/3 of CP is equal to 1/4 of SP. This value is SP. SP into 1/4, you are getting profit. The remaining is cost price. is cost price. Clear? So now similarly you have to go for Y. Now let us make it fast. 5,58,000 plus 2,79,000 plus 28 lakhs 2,000 plus 1 lakh 14 lakhs 1,000 plus 2 lakh 7,000 plus 1 lakh 3,500 plus 30,000. Somewhere 5 lakh 5 lakhs 80,000 2 lakh 79,000 plus 28 lakhs 1,000 plus 14 lakhs 1,000 lakh 7,000 plus 1 lakh 3,500 plus 1,000 8 lakh 40 plus 2 lakh 7,000 plus 1 lakh 3,500. Markdown is closing stock is 30,000. No? 5 lakhs 53 lakhs 80,500. Lakhs 80,500 minus 37 lakhs 50,000 minus 60,000. You are getting 15 lakh 70,500. So again here also you write this is for now how much you got 15 lakh 70,500 into 1 by 2 of CP, no 50%, you'll be getting 1 by 3. How you got 1 by 3? You know 50% profit on CP is equal to 1 by 2 of CP is equal to 1/3. Divide by 3. You'll be getting 5,23,500. Okay. You can do like this also. So minus 15 lakh 70,500. It is coming to 10 lakhs 47,000. 10 lakh 47,000. Clear to all of you? This is your closing stock. That means total selling price is this one. From this I have taken out loading effect and this is cost. Okay. So I think this is about your memorandum stock account, first account. Second account is asking memorandum markup account. That is very simple. Now memorandum markup account also you can go for X and department, X department separate, Y department separate, because we want department wise profit. No. Okay. Now whatever I have written here, all markup will come down credit side. On opening stock and purchases markup. What is opening stock markup? 1,05,000. Here 2,79,000. 1,05,000. 2,79,000. On purchases markup, 7,59,000. 14,01,000. One more mark. They are having transfer also. On transfer markup account for Y, we got 1,03,500. Then Y, on closing stock, this is marked down. Which closing stock marked down? Y, 30,000. Okay, come back to debit side. Two, memorandum stock account. So on transfer, shortage, transfer shortage, on closing stock markup. Okay, you can see markup here. $69,000. Department X, shortage markup 3,900. Okay, closing stock we got just now. Closing stock markup 61,950. 5 lakh 23,500. 61 950. 5 lakhs 23,500. 5 lakh 23,500. Then we are also having any markdown here? Yes. Purchases markdown. Opening stock markdown. On opening stock markdown. On opening stock and on purchases, there is a markdown. I think markdown effect has taken place in which department? Let us see. Opening stock markdown 37,800. Purchase markdown both department 10,800 and 60,000. So purchases markdown, opening stock markdown 37,800. Purchases markdown we got here. You can see purchases markdown 10,800, 60,000. 10,800 and 60. Now you can find out gross profit. So total, you can take the calculator, you can work out. One lakh 5,000 plus 7 lakh 59,000. You are getting 8 lakhs. Lakh 50,000. One lakh 5,000. 8 lakh 64,000 you are getting. Eight lakh 64,000 minus 69,000 minus 3,900 minus 61,950 minus 37,800 minus 10,800. You are getting a gross profit of 6,80,500. 6,80,550. 2,79,000. 2,79,000 plus 14 lakhs 1,000 plus 1 lakh 3,500 plus 30,000. 18 lakhs 13,500. Minus 60,000 minus 5 lakh 23,500. You are getting 12 lakhs 30,000. This is your gross profit. See, I have explained you. If you listen to this class once again, I think you will be having the answer, clarity on this. So this is how you need to prepare these two accounts. Okay, so this is a different topic, and the thing is that Memorandum stock account is being maintained at what price? Selling price. Why? To have a proper stock control, and the result will be known through which account? Memorandum markup account. This particular topic you will be having advantage, because immediately after this chapter, from next day onwards, I'll be starting branch account. When you go for branch account, there branch final account, this particular method will be using branch stock account. Memorandum markup account is called as branch adjustment account. You are having similarities. By the time you do that, then this, when we do in a different way, it is an advantage for, that is called a stock and debtors method. And this particular method, then in the examination, even branch account this model comes, or department account comes, you should be able to do it. Okay, this I am concluding the session. So thank you very much. God bless you all. We'll meet in the next class.